So this is Rajaram, a physics faculty. Today in this session we are going to learn about scalar and vector quantities. Some of you may be familiar with this concept previously, but now we are going to see in detail what is a scalar quantity and what is a vector quantity. Initially we will start with the quantity that is a scalar quantity. Before that we need to know what are the physical quantities. There are some physical quantities which can be known as scalar quantities. There are some physical quantities which can be known as vector quantities. Now what is the difference between a scalar quantity and what is the difference between a vector quantity? Now firstly we will see a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means a physical quantity which will have only magnitude, but there is no direction we need to specify for that quantity. So for example, if you have gone to a shop to buy some sugar, let us for example 1 kg of sugar you need to buy, then you are going to the shop and you told the shopkeeper to give me 1 kilogram of sugar. So now you are specifying here two things. One is a numerical value, that is 1, and the another one is going to be the unit in which you are measuring that quantity. Now here we are having 1 as a numerical value and the unit, that will be kg, will be unit here. How to measure that quantity? You are going to measure mass in terms of kilograms. So here you are going to have two things. First thing is a numerical value and the next thing will be the unit that is specified to a particular object. Otherwise here in this case we are considering mass. So now let us see a physical quantity which is going to have only magnitude. That quantity is known as scalar quantity. For example, firstly we are going to see, if you are taking 1 kilogram of sugar, let us suppose, then here we are specifying the mass of sugar, that is in terms of 1 kg you are going to write. So here this 1 will be a numerical value and here kg will be a unit assigned to that, let us suppose here mass. Then that means here numerical value suggests us the magnitude of the quantity. Nextly, unit will be for different quantities, there are different units assigned. So here you are going to have mass, that is having the unit, that is kilograms. Now for example, if you are considering another scalar quantity, that is length. So length you are going to measure in terms of what? Length you are going to measure in terms of centimeters or meters. So here for example, if we are having this marker, it is nearly suppose 15 centimeters. So here 15 will be the numerical value, otherwise the magnitude of the quantity, and here centimeter will be the unit that is assigned to this particular quantity, that is the length. Now nextly, if we are going to have another physical quantity, that is time, let us suppose you have got one watch, in that suppose you are telling some time, that is 12 p.m. and let us suppose 10 seconds. So here we are going to have the time, that is 10 seconds. Let us suppose you are taking in terms of 10 will be what here? The numerical value, otherwise the magnitude, and second will be the unit specified for time. Now we can also have some other physical quantities such as temperature. Here temperature is also a quantity that is a scalar quantity. Here also we are specifying, let us suppose the room temperature 30 degrees Celsius. So here also 30 will be the magnitude and degree Celsius will be the unit specified for temperature. So up to now we have discussed about scalar quantities in detail. Now we are going to learn about vector quantities. Now for example, initially we will take an example. If my friend is living 10 meters distance from here in this direction, let us suppose along along x-axis, negative x-axis direction, let us suppose my friend lives in this direction at 10 meter distance. Now if I am not specifying you the direction which is along the negative x-axis, let us suppose here, then where you are going to go, for example I am only specifying 10 meters. So where you are going to, in this direction or in this direction or in this direction or in this direction. I need to specify the direction also. Now if I am not going to specify the direction, that will be a scalar quantity. But now if we are defining or if we are specifying some direction to the quantity or a physical quantity which is specified with certain direction, that means that will be a vector quantity. Now for example, Rahul lives 10 meter in the east, suppose. So that you are going 10 meters in the east direction. Now if I am only saying you that 10 meters, that means there is no meaning of defining that quantity if you are not defining a direction. Now see firstly what is a vector quantity here. Vector quantity must have three things. The first thing, it must have some magnitude, that is some numerical value. And the second thing here, it will have, that is the unit specified to that quantity. And the third thing must be the direction in which the object is there. So that one numerical value, one unit and some direction specified. So now for example, if we are talking in terms of velocity, then velocity, if I am going to say an object is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second in positive x-axis direction, let us suppose 10 meter per second in the west direction. So already you know that, for example, here we are going to write the directions. Then you can write east, next here west, next here north, next here you can write south. So these are only the direction we can specify. Otherwise in terms of x-axis and y-axis also we can specify the directions. Now for example, object is moving with 10 meter per second with this velocity in the west. If I am not specifying the direction now, that will become, this will be a scalar quantity. If I specify the direction also, east or west, any other direction, then that will become, this particular quantity will be a vector quantity. Now for example, if we are taking another example for this, let us suppose force. If we are taking the force, this will be a vector quantity. Now force can be written as the work done multiplied by the here we can write work done divided by, here you could write displacement. So here we can write force is equals to work done per displacement, that will be a vector quantity. So here in this quantity also we need the direction. Work done in which direction? Along x-axis direction, along y-axis direction. So that we must need to have some direction. Force, that is along, let us suppose along x-axis. So we must have the direction to specify the physical quantity here. Otherwise that quantity will become a scalar quantity if we are not having the direction. So let us take some more examples for this. Electric field is a vector quantity. So electric field we could write E is equals to force experienced by a unit positive charge. This Q naught charge experiences a force F. So this will be a vector quantity. Now if we specify it along the x-axis. So the electric field is going to be along x-axis on this particular unit positive charge Q naught. So there must be some force acting on the Q naught charge along the x-axis. So that this is going to be a vector quantity. Magnetic field is also an example of vector quantity. So magnetic field we can write B is equals to here F divided by IL. This will be also a vector quantity. Now nextly we can see some more examples of vector quantity. Now we will see another example of a vector quantity. Acceleration is also a vector quantity, that will be the rate of change of velocity. So you can write here dv by dt, and here let us suppose along x-axis there is a change in the velocity. So we can write dv by dt along x-axis, that will also be a vector quantity. So in today's session we have learnt in detail about what is a scalar quantity and what is a vector quantity and what are the major differences. So for example, we have seen that in case of scalar quantity there is only magnitude, but in case of vector quantity there is both magnitude and direction. We must have to specify the direction if it is a vector quantity. In case of scalar quantity we have seen there will be only magnitude, but there is no specified direction to it. So thank you so much for your time.